This one mistake is costing Amazon sellers hundreds of dollars, and it was actually the first mistake that I made in my early days as a new seller. If you're new to the channel, my name is David. I'm a seven-figure Amazon seller. If you could take a second and like this video and subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Let's jump into the video. So one of the biggest mistakes that Amazon sellers make, and I made it myself, is buying something that is not selling. Now, one of the most important questions you're going to have to ask yourself when you go to make a purchase or you're deciding like what to buy is it profitable, which is pretty self-explanatory, and is it selling? So when you look at this, if I was to come here as a new Amazon seller and I found this listing right here, this Nike men's sportswear club shorts, you might look at it and you say, well, this is $18,000 sales, 18,000 sales rank in shoes and clothing, which is going to be super good. It says 567 sales per month. That's what it says. But is it really? And this is where people lose money. So variations are something that you have to really take into account, especially with clothing and apparel, tools, all kinds of stuff like that. As you can see here, as we scroll down, let me move me on this side here. As we can scroll down, I am looking at this right here. So I'm not seeing a lot of, I'm seeing this right here on the buy box. That's not looking good, but that's not really what we're going to look at to determine if it's selling or not. We're going to go down to where this listing actually is, and it's going to be right here. So I like to look in this variations tab. We're going to look at the seller's amps variation in just a second, but this variations tab right here, I am not seeing any rating or reviews in the last 90 days. Now, it does have 12 ratings, so that means that it has sold in the past, but I'm not seeing a lot of activity now. And if you could find this profitable, like, you probably would go all in. So in the last 180 days, no rating, no review. There has been one seller drop off, two right there, which that could be a sell, could not be. Let's just do in a year. So it looks like there was one review in a year. But this is where it gets tricky on trying to determine whether you want to buy this or not. Just like this one right here, we're looking at the small one, but this 4X large, there's not a lot of history of that it's selling. You know, it's just, there's no, let's look at something that we know is selling. So this one, even though it's slow, we can tell that it's selling a little bit. This one is slow too. You can see here this was going down though, because it probably wasn't selling. If you look at the buy box and you look at this right here, it probably wasn't selling that much. And so more people come on the listing right here, and they started dropping the price, and boom, it probably sold right around in here, and then it kind of bounced back up. But there was a rating in the last 90 days. Somebody rated it. So that's obviously selling. This right here is and this is going to say bought in the past month 100, but you can see the seller count going in and out. That's a good sign. Seller count going in and out means that sellers are dropping off, they're selling out. And that kind of shows that one. But if we were to go, let's look at the seller amp variation. I really like this feature of seller amp to look at the variations that are selling. I don't know if it's going to show this one particularly, but let's just check. This is navy something. Okay, so this is, that's not really showing me what I wanted to see. So that's just something that I wanted to show you. As a new seller, you need to be aware of, just because this sales rank right here is an absolutely killer sales rank, and this is showing that it's selling on Seller Amp, doesn't mean that it's a good sell. There's another way that you could look at it too, to see if the offer count is dropping down, or the stock history. So this right here, this is actually a good sign. Now that I'm looking at this, this is probably not that bad of a listing. So this guy right here, or girl, Fun Wholesale, right? This shows their stock history. So in the last 90 days, it shows that in their FBA. So if somebody is an FBA seller and their stock is going down, it's probably a sell. If it's not, it's probably a removal order of just one, and odds of them doing that are very slim. So it looks like that this is selling, even though that the new offer count isn't going up and down and the rating isn't going up and down. So initially I would have made a bad decision on that if I didn't go to this offers tab And a lot of people don't go to this offers tab. So this actually checks out. It actually is selling. So I was trying to show y'all something that wasn't selling. That is selling, but that is just how you can look and get into a variation so that you're not making mistakes, because it's easy to lose money that way. So yeah, that's it. If you could take a second, like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you're not in the Discord, there's a link below in the video. Join the Discord. There is an Amazon Jumpstart guide there in Notion that has everything that you need to get ungated, a buying guide, IP complaints, all kinds of stuff. Get in there. I'll see you there.